To get an insight on the implications of the strike, we joined on the line from Cape Town by Labour analyst Terry Bell. Once again, Terry, good afternoon to you. Is this strike not only about 15% wage demand, but rather political, as said by Zwelinzima Vavi? And what do you make out of it?
Well, good afternoon, Colin. All strikes are political. All action is political. I mean, as Pericles of Athens said 2,000 years ago, anyone who's not concerned with politics needn't be here at all. The point is, of course, it has political implications, but it's not. It's a strike about a living wage. The point is, we're dealing with, at the moment, a situation where food price increases have been very high, double-digit almost. We have transport increases. We now have the fuel rise tonight. So the point is we end, or was it last night? Yes. We end up now with increased costs to workers in the lower paid category. And I put lower paid as anyone under sort of 5,000 or 6,000 rand a month. So obviously you're going to have a demand for at least double-digit increases. That's what it's all about. The whole thing of the Eskom situation is something that should have been dealt with years ago. The unions have consistently gone to government and said, look, let's have a minimum service agreement regarding essential services. This has consistently been stonewalled. They should have done something about it. They have not, and now we face a problem.
The strike couldn't have come at a better time than just after the AMCU strike. Is this a copycat strike? Like, if they did it, can't we?
No, not at all. I mean, I think we're pretty well, I think the term to use is strike aware, because we had this long strike which started in January, which is unusual for us. We usually have what, whether you like it or not, it's a fact that we have a thing called the strike season, which is about this time of the year. This is when you have wage negotiations, and don't forget there are hundreds of them going on. Those that deadlock around about June or July end up having confrontation, which inevitably ends up in a lockout or a strike. But the majority of wage deals have already gone through. They've gone quietly. No one's even noticed them. We shouldn't be surprised if we have a strike at this time of year.
So is this posturing, because relations with COSATU have soured with Numsa to prolong the strike beyond 5 months by demanding 15%? Of course, management says that that's exorbitant and they can't afford it.
Well, the point is, it's very interesting to notice. I mean, there is a difference now, and that is in all the actions by workers, there seems to be an increased confidence and certainly a determination to win whatever their demands are. For example, Numsa leadership and the majority of the regions of Numsa were prepared to move down to 12% from 15% of their demand. But the powerful and probably the largest Numsa contingent in the engineering and metalwork sector in Gauteng simply said, no way, we're sticking to 15%. And that's very interesting to notice. So you actually have groups of people. What it boils down to is, why don't they just simply demand an opening of the books of the various companies? Let's see what the profitability is. Let's see what can be afforded and what cannot. Make that public. Let everyone see, and then do a settlement. It's perfectly legitimate to do that according to our Labour Relations Act. So I don't know why people don't do it.
All right, Terry, thank you very much for talking to us about the Numsa strike and its implications on the South African economy. Terry Bell is a Labour analyst who is based in Cape Town.